All right, guys, in this particular video, this is kind of an application of a square root problem, but it gives you the fact that insurance investigators and police use the radical function V equals the square root of 20L to estimate the speed of a car V in feet per second based on the length in feet of its skid marks when abruptly braking on a dry asphalt road. So what that means is whenever the police are investigating an accident, they measure the length of the skid marks on the highway, and by doing that, they can get an idea of how fast you were going when you wrecked out on the road. And so in this first example, it says if a car's skid marks are measured to be 180 feet long, approximately how fast was the car traveling? So we'll just take a look at our equation. We're basically trying to calculate the velocity. So in place of the length variable, we substitute 180, and then we just work that out, and we'll get V is equal to square root of 3,600. And when you take the square root of 3,600, you get 60. So what that tells us is a car that makes a 180-foot long skid mark on the highway was going 60 miles per hour when it lost control. So that's what that tells you there. And I'll let you do B on your own, but I want to talk to you about C for just a moment. On part C, it says find the inverse of the function, and what information does that tell us? And so to find the inverse of this function, basically what we're doing is we're just basically solving it for length. So to find it, because basically we're supposed to switch variables, but actually all we have to do is solve it for length. And when we do that, we would square both sides to get rid of the square root on the right side. And we've got V squared is equal to 20L. And then we would divide both sides by 20. And so what this is telling us is what this has done for us by finding the inverse, we can calculate the length of a skid mark on the highway that's going to be produced when a car is going a certain velocity. So the inverse of this function tells us the length of a skid mark that it's going to be if you know the speed of the vehicle.